Am I doing this right? I am Mike Stramberg at the recording sessions for Kevin Devine's 5th album.
The idea of the band from the very beginning was that it would be this kind of like loose-limbed collective.
This time it's me, you know, and Mike and Brian and Chris, and it's all of us.
Chris, Dan, and Skinner, who are producing and engineering the record, are leading the ship, and Kevin's just keeping his ears open to what they want to do. When they hear something, they're kind of that extra set of ears while playing in the band as well, so it's interesting.
Chris and Mike are just so good at what they do. They're so intuitive with me at this point.
You don't have to talk about it, you just know sort of how it's gonna go.
You cannot put a premium on a bass player like that. So tasteful, so grounded.
Chris and I have been playing together for about 10 years. The 4-track master at college, all the bands who were doing demos were like, go to Chris. So we've known each other for a long time.
And Mike has such a swing and a dancey element. He's not rigid at all, but he can really put his back into things too and elevate things, make them really loud. He's got that John Bonham, Dave Grohl thing when he wants to, where he beats the shit out of the drums, and I love that. And I've seen him in the last 5 years also develop into this really good folky player where he can pick up these kind of like Johnny Cash railroad beats that were things that were not natural to him 5 years ago, and now he's all over them. I think what Russell's done on this record is so critical.
He doesn't get in the way of Mike's parts, and he doesn't get in the way of Kevin's parts, but he comes up with these parts that are more than just strumming the guitar. They're these great little melodies and counter melodies that just go throughout the songs.
And that's really hard, but he's done it immaculately to the extent that almost every song, when someone's hearing it back, they'll ask, who's that? And then it's always Russell's part.
Having the 3 of those guys playing guitar has really affected things in a cool way. They all play so differently. Whenever there's a gap, somebody naturally comes in.
No one's overstepping each other. Everyone's parts come out clear, and everyone plays to the song.
They play so completely differently, and Kevin too. Somehow they all like make it work together. Watch out this one.
Might stay the steam, so into the beam, let you figure her out.
Good.
What do you guys feel about that?
I like that.
That's terrible.
It's very collaborative. I mean, Dan Long is super involved. He's not just an engineer who's like hitting record.
I've never known what an engineer's job was so well. Like, Dan places a mic a certain place and all of a sudden the part sounds 50 times cooler. I don't want to blow up Stramberg's spot, but this was funny as shit. Dan can be very in his zone and then can be very dry and biting, and he's dead honest. And I guess one day, maybe Stram had a little funk going, maybe. And Dan was just like, Stramberg, you stink. And basically made Mike self-conscious about his smell. I thought he smelled great. Mike, I thought you smelled great, but I loved that Dan threw it down like that.
Oh look, it's Mike Strand.
That's amazing.
Hey Dan, you want to bathe me?
The Stramberg brothers have brought a lot to the whole project.
They've been great because it's another set of ideas.
I really think having Mike around on guitar has also really brought out some great stuff in myself and Russell as guitar players. His style is so varied, his approach is, he's such a good technician. He picks up the mandolin and goes and rehearses for 6 hours and comes back and plays it like Peter Buck or something. And we're just like, all right, man. And what Brian does is he listens to a lot of things and hears things in a more textured way, so he's helped bring a certain influence that might have been in there but needed more teasing.
He's bringing sort of what he does in his band, a little touch of that to here.
Even having him doing like live percussion, because you miss that, just having like the tambourine during the song when you're actually playing it instead of like just slapping it on later.
Besides the fact that he sings great, besides the fact that he's dead on with his percussive stuff, the 2 of those guys have a lot of naturally great positive energy.
It just seems like any subsequent take would be like inferior to this already. Like it's
So fuck it.
Yeah. What was that word?
subsequent inferior. Did I say it wrong?
What's his screen name? Why would you use your screen name in a sentence?
All the musicians and the production people on this record, what they've done is take things that have been a certain way in my head and make them 50 times better, cooler, stronger, prettier.
I think the people are going to really like it too.
We are pushing things that we've never done before.
It's definitely going to be one of my favorite records Kevin's ever done.
Different touches, little psychedelics, some songs a little longer, things with guitar solos, and then other things that are just these quick little pop songs.
People who've been to lots of shows and who've been fans for years, I think they're going to get that sort of album.
I'm Will Salda, and I'm a pianist. Who's my friend?
Chucky.
I don't know what to fucking say, dude. This is great. It's like Paul Giamatti for capturing that magic live. No. Chris Brocco just walked by and fucked up my flow.
Howard the Duck is playing Howard Zinn in a Spike Lee joint called Howard Zinn's Inside Job. That line? Yeah. It's about an hour later.
I just totally drew a blank.
Okay.
Sorry. In front of the camera, you know, whatever. And then, fucking asshole! I'm doing a fucking interview.
Chris Brocco. Great. I'm gonna look great. Play bass with Kevin. Cause this chair. I'll do it again. Professional, rise above.
One more time. Go on.
You're fucking laughing at me.
When you guys are sleeping tonight, I'm gonna crawl into your throat. The application of the Band-Aid's an important part of the healing process, Russell.
Yeah.
All right.
I could go on and on with like rhymes like that. Like, look at that building, it's so tall. Let's go get some food. Like I'm just making stuff up just as we go. But that's what they call me for, you know, like hip hop.